Okay, hopefully this is recording. So I just got done doing the exhaust modification to this with the Amazon exhaust, and I actually had to grind out with Dremel these holes to get it to fit on, and then my gasket tore, so I had to cut a new gasket out of gasket material and then put gasket sealer on both sides of it, and then I wrapped all this so that my leg doesn't hit it if I burn or if I get my leg too close to it, and then that would suck. So this barely fit over here. I had to like tweak it and push these together really hard to get it to get that bolt in, and then in here the muffler was rubbing the tire, so I had to put a spacer in here, and I made this little shim up here with holes in it to get the alignment right. So I'm just going to take it for a ride. Let you listen to it here. See what it sounds like. So far I have noticed a improvement in horsepower. Mostly, you know, responsiveness. I'll show you here. Gonna have to slow down a little bit. This is 40 through here. So yeah, I got up to 40, you know, relatively quickly. It's not a sport bike, but definitely better. And I like the sound. It's definitely throatier. I have noticed that I've been using a 110 in Mikuni carburetor clone that I'm using, a 110 main jet, and it seems to be working just fine. I haven't noticed any popping or anything weird like that, but this is the first ride since I did the modification, so we'll see. It still may take some time. A lot of bikers on the road today. Wave to the bikers. I just filled it up with some premium. Figured I'd take it for a spin. This area where I live, there's a lot of side roads. Most of them connect to each other, so it's pretty easy to just zip around and do a big loop. Hopefully get out of this 40-mile-an-hour zone and I can get it up to 55. Yeah, this will be good. Alright, so I'm going 40, just under 6,000 RPMs. Just accelerate a little slowly here. There's no popping. 7,000 RPMs. I'm feeling a vibration for sure. I'm going to shift. 51 miles, 52. Still accelerating. 55. 57. 58. It's definitely noticeably louder. So I'm not maxing it out, the throttle, but I generally don't do that. I don't want to hurt the bike. And that was on a straight stretch, flat ground. So, I mean, yeah, I could get to 60 if I wanted to. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, got some corners. But anytime you're going uphill on this bike, definitely, I mean, if you don't have one, you got to put it in fourth and, you know, give it some gas. Oh yeah, I can hear it now. It's definitely a higher pitch than the stock. Even with the baffle out on the stock, it's definitely louder than that. It sounds more, I don't want to say like a two-stroke, because two-strokes are hella loud. But, you know, between a four-stroke and a two-stroke would probably be a safe estimate. Yeah, so I just climbed that hill doing about 40, 45 in fourth gear. Now I'm coasting downhill. There's no popping. So the 110 is working. My elevation is somewhere around 500 feet. I'm going to go to fifth. You can barely even hear the motor in the exhaust. I'm just coasting. No, this is good. I like it. I don't know what's going on, but I think my remote battery is dying, and so it's like doing some funky stuff. But hopefully I didn't lose too much of that last video. We'll see. But what I was saying was, even downhill, coasting in fifth gear, 45 miles per hour, no popping, so felt good. So that's about how long it took me to get to 52. And for the $95 I paid for the exhaust, I think it was a worthwhile upgrade. I could definitely tell the difference in the horsepower responsiveness. As far as fit and finish goes, the fit, you're gonna have to work at it. It's not as easy as people make it sound. And if you're a heavier dude like I am, I'm weighing in at like 240, I can make the back sag quite a bit. And if that's the case, then you're gonna have to adjust the exhaust away from the tire, or you're gonna be rubbing. That's why I had to use a spacer. Yeah, my remote keeps dying. That's unfortunate. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But it doesn't look like it's killing the... Okay, it's not killing my recording though, so that's good. Man. Really wanted to get back out on the Hawk. So this speedometer I put in says I got 311 miles on, but when I took this off, I had about 600, 650, somewhere around there on the old one. So I'm creeping on 1,000 miles on this bike, and I've done 2 oil changes. Running the stock tires, stock tubes, modified carburetor, exhaust, running all LED lights, stock stator, new battery. I got a sealed battery. The stock battery that came with this thing is complete garbage. One thing I have noticed is while braking, this thing definitely has some brake pad wobble. like womp 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 when you're pulling the brakes. I don't really like that, but I'm not sure if there's much I can do about it. And that might be just the rotor is warped or something. I don't know. But the weather's getting warmer. It's, you know, 60 plus out here, and so I'll be using the bike more often. That's good. Maybe some more videos.